Who knows if I'm recording?
You are. Well, first of all, you've been weird, and then you just reached over and pressed record.
Oh, you saw that, did
Yeah.
you? I see. Okay.
But I like no, keep going. I like it. I think it's a good idea.
Okay. Hi guys. He's Vin.
And she's Min.
And together
We're
we're
Vinmin.
Vinmin.
Dun, dun. Did you know the EU has made it legal to consume crickets in our food?
The EU.
Yeah.
I'm not in the EU anymore, so it doesn't apply.
We'll pretend it does.
Okay, so they can't eat. So you used to be able to eat crickets.
No, you can. As in, it's now like a food.
Oh.
I think it's only certain, you can get dried crickets and like frozen crickets.
So you couldn't eat crickets before.
I guess you could eat them. Nobody's stopping you from eating them, but
you can't serve.
You can. Yeah.
You couldn't serve them.
Yeah.
That's cool. I've heard they taste like chicken.
Would you eat crickets? I was just scared of the bugs.
Ugh, yeah, that's pretty grim. I mean, if it tasted good.
Yeah.
How would you eat it though? Like
I reckon
snails?
like deep fried.
Yeah.
Probably decent.
Battered.
Battered. Ooh, battered.
Battered crickets. Yeah, battered crickets. Dip it in some spicy mayo sauce. It would just be
I don't
like,
think you'd want to eat this. I know you're saying this.
it would be like breaded prawns.
Yeah. So you would eat breaded cricket.
Yeah, fuck it. If it
Okay,
tastes good.
okay.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay.
Next time we go abroad.
No, I'm gonna find some one day.
Cricket restaurant.
We'll come back from the abroad.
The abroad.
And we will have a podcast, and I'll be like, surprise, and it'll be like a crinkly noise, and then I'll make
crinkling.
You eat a packet of crickets.
Oh, I don't want a packet.
You have to try one on the air. I really don't think you'd be into them.
Why?
You hate bugs, man. It'd freak you out.
Yeah, but if they're dead and delicious.
Yeah.
No, it does seem a bit grim. Yeah, I guess if you get used to it though.
Get used to it. It's the new protein source. Do you know? No, at the crypto Twitter sphere.
Yeah.
Losing their minds over it. Because their whole thing, I don't know why, but I like listening to them because basically with them, everything is a conspiracy. So like for like months.
So crickets are a conspiracy.
Kind of. Well, the fact that we're going to be made to eat bugs is because for months, probably more than months, anytime anybody brings up,
people have been talking about this for like years. Though.
I know, but they're like
it's not a new thing.
I know it's not new, but they're like basically that it's the downfall of society. That the end of society is I can't eat my steak.
Eating bugs.
They're gonna force me to eat bugs.
Get fake steak.
And that's it. That's what they're worried about. The eating bugs.
Who cares?
Yeah.
They're gonna miss their steaks.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's because they're very like libertarian, so like they like their freedom of choice. So I think that they're really scared that.
That's the opposite then.
Nah, what do you mean?
They're like, yeah, you guys, we can eat bugs now. That's like the ultimate freedom of choice.
No, but they think they're going to force it on us. Like, it would just be like, you go to McDonald's and they're like, oh, do you want a veggie burger or a bug burger? Because...
those are the only two options.
Yeah. That's the end goal of society.
Yeah, but...
more environmentally friendly.
Okay.
Anyway, no, but I don't know why I brought up the bug thing. I just find it interesting. Basically, it's not that...
It's interesting.
I totally get it. I don't really want to eat bugs. But just
I do love me some beef, but I just think
I just find it basically it's funny that eating bugs is like
that's their biggest concern right now.
Yeah. And it's quite common. This always happens whenever anything weird happens. People are always like, "Oh my god, this is the end," and then they all start talking about Rome, the downfall of Rome. And then any change in society is the downfall of Rome in modern day
I
society.
see.
Because I don't know how Rome happened. Maybe you might know better than me. Probably. Do you know how Rome fell apart? History quiz.
I can't remember. I was reading that history book about it.
Yeah.
Basically, I think what happened is they just took over like too much of the world.
Oh, okay.
I want to say, actually, I don't really know a lot about the British Empire, but I want to say it's like a similar thing. It's like they've conquered too much land, and like you just can't. I feel like once you have like that much land, you
You can't
lose
keep an eye on it.
control. You
Yeah.
can't control it. I feel like it was to do with who ended up taking charge and stuff. Like they weren't. I feel like they weren't good at their job or something. I'm just making this up. I'm totally making this up actually. But
I
yeah,
mean, this is what I would have done, but I asked you because I thought maybe you might know better than me.
I did read about it, but I've totally forgotten. Basically, they just conquered too much, and then they didn't know what they were doing, and then it was just like not going very well.
Okay.
And then yeah, they got
Then it fell
greedy. Then it
You
just
got
fell
greedy.
apart.
Don't get greedy.
Yeah.
Our cricket's greedy. Not really. No, I my understanding, which is just from annoying people online, is that it was the immigrants. So it's the fact they took over.
Immigrants.
They took over, like, so what you said, where they
Right.
took over too much place, but then
Yeah.
the Roman culture, so like what originally was like Rome, like
was lost.
What do Roman people do? Drink wine?
I don't
eat
know.
grapes?
I have
Is
no
that the
idea.
Romans? I don't know. It's everyone.
Yep, sure.
Anyway, and then that got eroded because they would like conquer a new country, and then all the new people would be like, oh, we should
do
drink beer.
this. Okay.
And then that's how it fell apart. So that's why whenever there's cultural change, they're always like, this is the end of USA.
Okay, they're just scared of change. I'm gonna Google it.
Mm-hmm.
How did Rome fall?
Anyway, I just find it weird.
A string of military losses.
Damn. Don't lose your fights.
Yeah, I want to say. Yeah, the West crumbled because of a creeping and steady loss of centralized control. Oh, but yeah, it says it's sometimes due to incursions by non-Roman tribes. Something. Okay, I'm gonna do a proper like history quiz like in the next step.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll prep it for
But
you.
how are you? What, just for me? Yeah, because you can't really compete, can you?
I know, it's a bit annoying. Why don't we do ones for each other?
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to one day.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay,
That'd be
cool.
fun.
Competition sesh.
Feel free to send us your historical quiz.
Yeah.
We'll do it.
Oh, time to check the inbox. See if we've
Do
got
we have
any.
any? Is it your turn? This is our new format. Whoa. We've got an email from...
It's a history quiz. Please. Help. I have a history dilemma.
Have we got none?
Nothing.
Damn. Hope you're looking forward to RuneScape next week.
No loyal followers. Oh, also, Delara didn't
Oh, yeah.
say anything to me
Yikes.
after I called her out
We
in
should
the
just do
last
it every app.
We'll choose somebody at the end of this app because
No,
they have to
we
get
just-
through
no, I
to
was
the
gonna say
end.
we do it to Delara every app. We just start talking more shit about her every app until finally she listens.
No,
one
but
day.
she's not going to listen because she won't know that we're talking shit about her.
I know, but then
She
if
does
she
listen.
if she does listen like episode 20, she'll be like, "Oh my god!" And
They've
then
been
she goes
talking
back,
shit about me
and
the
every app
whole
we just have
time.
a annoying Delara cringe section. It's pretty good.
No, let's choose someone because we need to test out who is actually listening.
Oh,
We need to see
you know
who's
what?
actually listening.
I like this.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's kind of just it's just like a checking in.
Yeah. Seeing
Seeing
who
if
our
you're
most
still
loyal friends
Oh,
are.
oh, okay, I've got it. I'm
Yeah.
announcing it. This is official.
Yeah.
This is the first ever Vinmin contest.
Oh.
What's our prize pool? Tenner? Were you gonna say 50?
I was gonna say 50.
If you'll pay
20. Let's say
20
£20. Yes.
Yeah, that's a nice prize. Okay, I haven't even told you what the contest is. The contest is
know.
if your name is Vinny, you win. No, I'm joking. You.
Good one.
No. What it is we keep a list of all the secret list
Okay.
of who we think our loyal listeners are.
Okay.
Like, because we obviously we have a certain amount of listeners. Most of them we know who they are, but there could be a couple that we're not sure if they're a listener or not. Anyway, we have this list. Every ep, we call one of them out. We say, hey, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Are you listening? If you want to not be taken out of the competition, just confirm that you heard this.
Oh,
and basically, when they don't confirm, we
the
cross
last
them
person
out.
standing.
The last person standing wins 20 quid.
I like it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Who do you want to start? Who's on today's competition?
No, we've got to do it at the end.
Okay, we're not going to do it at the end. We'll do it at some point. Because
Yeah.
you can't just have it at the end because I'll skip to the end.
I'll skip to the end. Alright,
It's
fine.
just got to be at some point. Doesn't have to be now.
Who am I calling out? Alright, Tiffany.
Whoa.
Yeah.
20 quid.
Let me know if you heard me say your name.
we need a name. We can't just... There needs to be like... Anyway, I'll think of it.
Anyway, are you excited for the Oscars?
I am.
Me too. I wanted
Why?
to talk about it. I thought it was cool, actually,
Yeah,
when
yeah.
I was looking at the nominees.
Yeah.
I'm
not, but I'm excited for the Oscar... Talking about the Oscars. That's the fun part of Oscars, isn't it? Complaining.
Yeah,
So that's why you've been watching Oscar roundtables.
You know what? Purely coincidence.
Okay.
I watched it because I told you I watched it because Hayley Williams put it in her story.
Okay.
Yeah.
See.
And then after I watched
Hayley
it, I was like,
Williams?
"Oh, this is such good
Hayley
like
Williams?
timing."
I'm calling you out.
She doesn't listen to our podcast. That would be cool though.
Imagine what if she does.
This
is how we find out she's a lurker.
Oh my god.
Our only listener that's not someone we know is Hayley Williams.
Okay, Hayley Williams, if you do listen to our podcast, you really should plug us. Like, please.
That would be nice.
Anyway, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Honestly, it's the best movie I've ever seen. Oh my god, also we have to watch Sunshine because I did not know Michelle Yeoh is in Sunshine.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She's the sun.
No. Anyway, Danny Boyle wanted her in the film, I think. Well, she was in the film anyway, and then she was talking to him and she was basically like, why is everybody that's going... Do you know that the premise of the film?
Yeah.
They're basically like the sun is
Spoilers.
dying or something.
Whoa.
It's not really spoilers. Anyway, they're like going out to like save the planet, and then she was like, why is everybody white? Like, why is everybody that is trying to like all of the astronauts and stuff?
And I want to say there's a black guy in it.
You know what? I don't think there is a black guy
Really?
in
I
it.
made that up.
I'm gonna search because
I was about to say, did she change the entire...
she's the reason why
Cast.
that there's quite a few Asian
really?
people in the film, and she said
Maybe I'm thinking
said that Danny Boyle was like, yeah, you know what? Basically, like, you've got a point, and then
back then that was crazy.
Danny
Like,
Boyle seems cool
there
though.
is no white people.
Huh?
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
What did you say?
No. I meant. Oh yeah. There's no
white
people. I didn't mean to say white people. I forgot.
Oh, okay.
This really is the us googling things, us saying, us being like, I think this happened, and then googling.
Googling it because we know
Where
nothing.
would be? We were just doomed about Google, I guess, on this pod. Oh.
No, there's a bunch of Asian people.
Mm-mm.
Just Asian and white. It's the Asian and white film, I guess.
Damn.
You know what I've been thinking lately? Where are the Middle Easterns at?
Yeah.
No one cares about us, you know.
They haven't had their moment, I think.
Yeah,
But
when's that going to happen?
They haven't had their crazy rich Asians.
I'm kind of pissed off.
Why? Are you Middle Eastern?
Yep, I'm Middle Eastern.
Oh, okay.
Duh. Anyway, everyone's like, oh, yeah, we gotta make sure that the minorities are represented.
You know what?
No one gives a shit
I
about
agree with
us.
Because you're still atoning for like 9/11.
Yeah, literally. We've still got the terrorist
Yeah.
stigma.
Not stigma.
I guess we did do that.
Yeah.
I guess that was
Don't say
us.
stigma. You did.
It's
let's
such
just-
a
let's just
stereotype,
confirm.
guys.
Did you, Yasmin, blow up the Twin Towers?
It wasn't me.
No, you know, because what I was thinking, guy at work,
Yeah.
asked me. I can't remember which. I don't know. I was talking about my family, and then I mentioned that Chris is like an extra and stuff. My brother. And then
He's your brother. That guy's famous. Okay.
Sorry, I was just making it so that it doesn't work when you do it to me. I'm just gonna make it really awkward instead of continuing. The flow.
Yeah, why is it when I try and flip your jokes on you, you just don't react the way I want you to? Stop. Is that what I'm like?
No, I'm just doing my own version.
Alright.
Anyway, what was I gonna say?
You told...
Oh yeah. And anyway, and then I was saying he's an extra, and I was like, oh, he like gets decent money, like when he books a gig or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was saying, for his brother, he was like, oh, how do you get into this? Because he was like, I think my brother might want to do it.
Yeah.
And then I ended up giving him Chris's Instagram anyway, blah, 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 blah. But basically, I was saying that Chris gets a lot of his things because he's like half Asian.
He's Asian, yeah.
Or mainly just because he's Asian. Like, I feel like he just is in things with other actual fully Asian people. Anyway, but then basically was like, oh shit, I didn't mean to say his name, but it's fine. He was like, what about the Browns? Because he's Middle East, he's an Arab. And I was like, yeah, they haven't really, like, there is demand. Like, they've acknowledged, and they're like, okay, there's like films with like loads of black people. We've got the Crazy Rich Asians. We got.
What do you mean demand? Demand for what? Minorities.
Yeah,
Okay.
if you're a filmmaker.
Right. There's no demand for Middle Eastern people.
I don't think Middle Eastern. That's exciting though. You're gonna get your you'll get your Parasite.
But when? Yeah, it's just
coming. One day.
I guess so.
Have the Indians? What the Indians got?
Indian had Slumdog Millionaire.
Oh yeah, damn. Yeah, they need a new one.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Slumdog Millionaire. Yeah.
Hey, the Bollywood scene is crazy.
Yeah,
have you seen some of those films?
Yeah.
I used to love them when I was a
Maybe that's
kid.
what you need to make like your.
They've got some really good stuff.
Okay. Is everyone sorted then?
Yeah, apart from me. Apart from my culture.
You know what? Even I was about to say one of the most neglected races. Just not in terms of like they get shut on. I'm just ranking races now.
Who? That's our new segment.
The worst race.
The worst race? What?
No, I just mean like people just forget about them, man. Anyway,
who?
Indigenous people in America.
Yes.
Well, I don't know how to refer to them. Their name changes every day. Native Americans. I think that's not.
I think they should just be called Americans.
Wow.
Because they are. No such thing as Native Americans.
That's what I mean. Imagine.
Everyone else. Imagine you're a quote Native American. All these people come in and then they're like, oh, you're the Native Americans. And they're like, what? Like, no, like you're not American. Like, that's us. Like, you've just come in.
That's what I'm saying. They've. I know. Like other. Not that you can rank these things, but that's pretty rough. That one. Anyway. I was thinking,
Isn't
they
haven't
got a movie.
film?
Yeah, exactly. But I watched the other day. I watched Prey.
Yeah.
And they're sorted.
They're sorted.
That was pretty big. I don't think they've popped off yet though.
No.
But like.
They're in quite a few.
They're in stuff.
Yeah.
The Asians and
they're not really leading
the Africans
things,
have, like,
are
popped
they?
off.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's cool. One day you'll get your movie. That'll be cool.
Yeah, it's just annoying because of like the current times, I guess. When I hear so many like interviews and stuff like that, and on social media, everyone's talking about it. They're like, "Oh yeah, it's really important to create spaces for like Asians and black people, etc. Like, all these white people they've had their moment, but no one's thinking about Middle Easterns. Like, it's not even a question, and it's like, why, like, oh, so you don't even care about us? No one gives a shit. We're just, I don't know. It really annoys me. It just feels like we're irrelevant. They're not even saying that, like, you know, oh, you've had your time in this era, or, you know, oh, you guys are really neglected. We don't exist, it seems, in these conversations.
Go on, do 9/11. Then we'll be talking.
Do you think it's really because of 9/11 and
probably
all of this
America.
terrorist bullshit?
Probably in America. I don't know. I feel like
because you know
what? Okay,
where the Middle Easterns are in.
Yeah.
We're in the American war films where they kill us all.
No, actually,
that's our role.
I've got my theory. It's that, God, this is just a race up. Anyway, I think this is my theory. Middle Easterns are one of the least. What's the word? I want to say ingratiated, but that's not the word I want.
I don't know what that word means.
No, exactly.
I'm gonna have to Google that real quick.
You guys, you haven't. Oh, what's the word? There's a really specific word for it that, like, right wingers always use. I forgot what it's called.
Ingratiate, bring oneself into favour with someone by flattering or trying to please
Kind
them.
of, yeah, that's kind of what I mean. But I basically just mean, like, merged culturally. Like, anyway, my point is, basically what happened, so kind of acknowledging minorities and blah, 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 blah. That's like a modern, it's like high up the Maslow's hierarchy pyramid thing. In terms of, like, oh, we're no longer beating each other with rocks and killing each other. What are some other things we need to worry about now? And part of it's like, you know, oh, life's maybe not that fair for everyone. Blah, 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 blah. But basically what I'm saying, that's quite like, that thought is quite like a white person, like,
oh, because they
narrative.
don't have anything else to worry about anymore. That's
kind of what's happened. Because that's what I'm saying. Anyway, but I think
they've got time to think about these things. But
anyway, I think so. Let's say it's just to simplify it. It's an American style of thought, right?
Right.
It's a Western style of thought, and I feel like Africans, Asians, whatever, they're more Americanized when they've emigrated, and they've, like, over time, you know, like, there's so many, like, just like Asian Americans and, like, African Americans, that's like a term.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So I feel like they've adopted that. They've come to understand.
There's no like Middle Eastern Americans.
Yeah, because the Middle Easterns, they're just doing Middle Eastern stuff.
Right. Yeah.
They're just, like, selling, like, sunglasses.
They're not a big community.
I don't know
sunglasses.
what they do. I was trying to think of.
I don't know either.
Anyway.
Yeah.
But basically they need to become American, and then the American parts. The American, like, subsection of their culture will vouch for them.
Yeah,
because nobody else is gonna.
Because you're saying white people are the ones saying.
Yeah, basically.
This.
Yeah.
But that's not true. They're only saying this because black people, Asian people, etc. have told them.
That's what I'm saying. But
they didn't start. They didn't come up with this on their own.
I'm not saying they came up with it, but you need
a big community, right? You need loads of Middle Easterns in America. You need their own. Sorry to continue, they need to overtake certain areas in America. They need to be like a big, strong community.
They need to become weird American.
They need to have a voice. They don't have a voice in America or in Western societies because there's not enough of them. Is that what you're saying?
There's not enough, but this is my theory: is that they're just doing their own thing.
Yeah, because I don't know. Kind of related at school. I didn't really. There's not a lot of Middle Eastern people.
Yeah.
Like in Western areas. I don't know.
Well, also if you think about, again, ranking cultures, but some like Middle Eastern like Muslim culture stuff.
Yeah.
Is so strong. Like, so rigid. Like, they won't compromise on anything. But I feel like over time, like if you look at like Christianity, it's got more eroded. It's more like chill.
Yeah.
You know, they become more like, I don't know what the word is, but like westernized. Like they're more adopting other things. Whereas Muslim culture is more like just, oh, I'm Muslim. I don't drink. I don't do. I don't. There's not as much leeway. So they're in their own more in their own bubble. I think. I don't know. I feel like I had a point to that.
What do you mean? Where are you going with this though?
Maybe that's why they don't care about Western like Twitter politics.
They're not involved in.
They're just getting married and having kids.
I guess.
Living their own little family lives.
Guess.
Like not.
Because there's a massive Muslim.
Yeah, it's loads.
There's massive Muslim communities.
But they're too busy doing their own thing.
Right.
You know, whatever.
I guess they're fine. They're chilling.
Yeah.
Maybe it is a cultural thing though. I'm just thinking about my upbringing. Obviously I'm from like a Muslim culture, but I'm not religious. But the culture is very much just like don't rock the boat.
Yeah.
You know, like don't be too out there, don't be too outspoken.
Yeah.
And, you know, you've got to respect people and be nice and not be too confident.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you got to be rowdy to like bring up a new idea.
You've got to be really
yeah.
You got to be pissed off.
You got to force an idea upon people.
Exactly. Yeah.
So you'll get there.
Whereas they're just like, okay, well, we're just keeping to ourselves and we don't want to cause any trouble.
Yeah.
So we're just doing our own thing. Also, I don't know. I was going to say something, but I don't know if that's even true. I was going to say because there are so many big community spaces for them. Maybe they just.
There's a lot of things.
They're
not
that they don't care.
That's what I'm saying. They're not mixing as much.
Yeah.
That's my thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just look at how strict Muslims are with marrying Muslims.
Yeah, to leave that culture is a big.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Because other cultures, you're mostly married within your culture, but sometimes it's a bit of a choice, on.
No, but lots of Black and Asian people are like that.
Yeah, but I think with Muslim culture specifically, it's so it's very expected. Whereas the others, it's always expected in a lot of these cultures.
Yeah.
But it's less it's becoming, for whatever reason, it's just become more normal to not have done it.
Right. Yeah.
So when it happens, people aren't oh my god.
Yeah.
They're just oh, you're one of those. Marrying out of the culture.
The younger generation. Yeah.
On your Indian matchmaking, you know.
Yeah.
So many of them were I should date an Indian. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
It's they know they should. But
it's not forced, really. Yeah, but then are we going into then are we actually just looking at religion?
Yes.
Rather than culture. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I don't know enough to separate the two. I'm just I'm simplifying the world, so I'm all Middle Easterns are Muslim, etc.
Yeah. No, yeah. I'm just thinking.
There is I feel it's very.
Why are they staying in their own cultures? Probably because they want to. They're not gonna. It's a very strong culture. That's all. Whatever that word. I don't really know how to explain that, but. Certain cultures are stronger than others. They're Romans. They're pre-expansion Rome, and then modern civilization is Rome about to. Because honestly, this is true. I was talking to the Middle Eastern guy at work that I brought up earlier. Yeah.
About this. I can't remember what he was saying. Oh, but he was just talking about I forgot what it's called. The mega structure that they're making, I don't know if it's in Dubai, but it's a Dubai style one, the big, it's called I don't know what it's called, it's a long line. I showed you it. Long Line in the Desert.
Yeah.
And he
I've
was
seen
just
it.
so proud. He was like, "Oh, we're taking over, like the
Taking
Arabs,
over what?
the world." Because
The desert.
No, because it's like they're like, "Oh, we can just create a city in inhospitable land. Like, we
Yeah,
can make
yeah.
a paradise or whatever." Basically, he's proud of it, whatever. But basically,
I mean, it's cool.
they're just so rich.
Yeah.
So I don't know where I'm going with this either.
Me neither.
I'm just
That's a
going on
totally
tirades. separate
thing. Yeah.
No, I tell you what, this podcast, this episode 4, actually not even episode 4, this segment we're on. This is behind the scenes for everyone. This current segment is the most similar to an actual real life Vinnie and Yas conversation.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
We just say things and I don't understand where I'm going with them, and about 2 hours later I'm like, oh,
we reach our point.
You know,
but this is, sorry to interrupt again, but
and I always get interrupted. That's the big one.
Yeah.
Cringe.
But this is why I wanted to do the podcast, you know, and it's kind of like, you know, when we have these big conversations, and then for some reason Chris is always there, and he's like, oh wow, like you guys always like have these like, you know, crazy like
so crazy.
talks or whatever he says, and then, you know, like when he says that, I'm like, damn, like we do actually like have like such interesting, like we find our conversations so interesting, and it's like I wanted this podcast to kind of capture that, but it's hard to do that like authentically, isn't it?
No,
you can't just do it on demand.
It's because I've given up. I'm not trying anymore, which maybe that's good.
But yeah, I don't think we should try. I think
I'm on comedy strike.
That's why I'm saying we shouldn't. There's no need to plan.
Yeah.
For the podcast, I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, the whole
if you
thing.
Want,
yeah.
I'll get Middle Eastern guy from work on. I think he'd be a good podcast guest.
Really, I'm quite curious about him,
But
actually.
He might get us a bit
and his
cancelled,
views. What are his views like?
He's basically, so he's from UAE, United Arab Emirates. Is that
Yeah,
a place?
yeah.
Which is like, I feel like it's one of the more like crazy view places.
They're very
like women
strict.
who just started driving like 2 years ago kind of situation.
That's insane to me.
Anyway, so basically, I feel like he does have these weird views, but also
it's ingrained in him.
Yeah,
right?
But also he's quite like he's quite not in a bubble. So like even though it's funny, he has strong views, but he's very chill. He doesn't really care. Like he's just like.
But I think they're all like that. I think
he's repressed. Basically, I feel like he's repressed by English society.
No, but I think this is I'm just making a massive assumption.
Yeah.
I think this is genuinely like what they're like.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Like it's not like they're all just really strict, rigid thinking people. And they believe everything that, you know, their government is saying, or, you know, what the government is telling them about women's rights and stuff like that. It's just like, because people are exposed to like so much now, like they've got the internet. Exactly. It's like they do question. I'm sure they question things, but I think it's like the guy that you work with. It's if you're raised like that, it's very hard to just like you can't change that way of thinking.
Because that's the vibe I get from him actually.
Right.
That's how I'd articulate it, actually. It's that his religion is his like. It's not just his religion. It's just
his way of thinking.
His way of navigating the world. Like it's how the world makes sense. And it's like, you know, like fair enough. Like because the way the world makes sense to me is just kind of what I.
Well, it's our culture. It's how we grew up.
Exactly.
It's our exposure, like growing up in England.
Yeah.
And the internet, etc. And you know all of the things that we've watched, all of like TV, film, everything, news. Anyway, I'm wondering if we should cut some of this stuff out that we've been talking about.
Figure out later.
Yeah, it feels too. Feels like the topic's a bit sensitive.
I don't care about that, but cut it if it's long and boring.
Okay.
I
I
mean,
will.
who cares, man?
Yeah, but then what if I get found out and then I get fired?
Then you get to become the next Jordan Peterson. That's what you leverage it into. Because he's only famous.
I guess so.
He's famous because he was like, they're trying to fire me because I can't do his voice. I was just doing a weird guy voice.
He does sound like that.
Anyway, he was like, they're trying to fire me because he refuses to like give somebody the pronoun gender situation.
Oh.
Like he
didn't want to call them by their preferred pronoun.
Yeah. And he's like, it's not legally blah blah blah. And then that's how that's where he came from. So you would just do that. You become a Jordan Peterson.
I don't want to be that guy.
You should do it for the money.
Maybe.
Anyway.
But yeah, I don't know really, because I do want to talk about, even though like it's not like.
My thing is just who cares, man.
I'm just like worry... how if we're talking about a particular topic, how far until it is offensive? Do you know what I mean?
It's definitely offensive to someone. Yes.
Yeah, so I'm like, is it best to just stay away from that topic altogether?
Like even have a podcast.
But, yeah.
Well,
like
that's my worry, is that like some podcasts like 4 years ago they're just going around saying like the N-word and shit because it was normal.
All right.
It was normal in my spheres of podcasts.
4 years ago.
Sure.
That's weird.
Exactly, but that's what I mean. But that was just chill, not chill, but it was like kind of funny. It's like this, like edgy humor. And now it's just like, whoa, not cool. So my worry is that what we've been saying today becomes the M-word.
Becomes whoa, not cool.
Becomes the M-word of the future.
Well, even you telling me this about what podcast you used to listen to 4 years ago? Did you say?
Yeah.
What podcast is this?
I don't know, like Cometown.
Cometown. They're they're massive as well.
And like Chris was saying, he was listening to the Yog Pod, which is like, you don't know the Yog Pod, but
I've never heard of
they're like a family-friendly Minecraft channel.
Yeah.
Like now.
Yeah.
And we must listen to their podcast 8 years ago, a long time ago, and they're just going around like dropping like the F slur all the time.
Really?
That's part of gaming. Like that's like
the gaming community.
You've never played a game of CS:GO. Like I get called the M-word like 5 times a game.
Even now?
I'm exaggerating, but if people get pissed off, yeah.
Really?
Well, the only thing that's changed is that.
Are they from all different countries and stuff though?
Yeah. They're Europeans.
Yeah. But like England as well. Do you still get people really?
No, well, the only thing that's changed is culture, but also game companies now like they will block out your word and ban you if they see you using. Like when I used to play.
How can they know though?
Because it's in typing, like in chat.
Oh.
So like when I used to play, the only banned word. This is what culture was. The only banned word at the time when I used to play League of Legends when I was 16 was Hitler, I think, because everyone could agree nobody should be saying Hitler.
Hitler is bad.
But back then it was like it wasn't a thing, like to not say slurs. Like it wasn't. It was just like, oh, that's kind of weird. But it wasn't like, whoa, that's offensive. A lot has changed. That's all.
Yeah, it's interesting, actually.
Yeah. So anyway, I don't think you should care too much, basically.
Okay.
Like, also, because we also have no viewers. That's the other main thing.
That's true.
But yeah, I mean, you just got to be like vaguely aware. I mean,
I guess
to be honest,
people know,
I'll get more in more trouble than you. To be honest, I think I'm way less sensitive about talking about stuff than I think you are.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's the point of listening back to these.
Exactly. That's what I don't understand. Like, I don't know. It just shows you what it was like back then. That's all. It's like history.
Yeah,
when you watch a movie where they just start getting the N-word 9 times.
That's the only reason why I'm like talking about everything that we've spoken about in like the last hour or whatever. It's just like, it's interesting how much things have changed, but also like how behind, I guess, so many people still are.
Yeah.
Like even when you were telling me about CS:GO.
CS:GO.
Like that people are still using slurs and stuff. Like that just like baffled me. But also I was like, oh, like I wasn't too surprised, but I was like, oh, it's like
Well, what it is...
there's so many words you can use.
What I think that is a lot of the time, it's kind of what you're saying with people from different countries. Because say you're Indian and you can't speak English very well, and someone's really pissed you off, and you want to communicate to them that you're pissed off, you don't know how to say, I hope you die in hell, I hope your mum... Oh, another one is... This will be the new one. No. They always just said that, like, I hope your mum gets cancer constantly.
Really?
That's the common one. Anyway, my thing is, if you don't know how to insult someone, you just drop a slur, because you know that they get it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because like when typically like when you're young, if you're learning like a new language,
you learn the annoying words.
Learn the bad words, don't you?
Yeah. That's basically it. It's just that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would like to do the Oscars purely so that I can predict the Oscars.
That's where I'm
at. I don't think I want to... I mean, I talk about stuff, but I don't know what your plan was.
Just to talk about... Well, we were going to talk about Everything Everywhere All at Once, the greatest film of all time. Oh, there's just so much to unpack with that film.
We should do that one day. Well, then I'll be on strike again, because that'll be another you rejected my idea for a podcast ep.
Okay, fine.
And then you start instigating it in the future, which was I want to watch a movie and talk about the movie afterwards.
Yep. It's fine. I'm becoming more open-minded. What can I say? Don't hate me for that.
It's up to you. I'll let you say. It's up to you.
Anyway, no, I was just gonna say it's a really great film.
That's not what I want to talk about, is it?
I don't know.
No, I just want to talk about the weird...
Oh, but everyone's reaction to it was so different from ours. But then I watched that YouTube video, and they had the exact same... It's like, I think the guy's like a therapist, and then his friend, who's like a film guy, and they basically, like, the way they were describing the film is exactly like how we felt about it. Yeah.
Basically, we can talk about this more if people are interested.
Well, because everyone that we spoke to, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Basically, we can talk about this more if people are interested. But what happened was that me and Yaz really liked the film Everything Everywhere All at Once, because it was just fun, had a lot of heart, and it was just like emotionally like devastating. Like me and Yaz we just like crying afterwards for like 5 minutes.
God,
it was so sad. Not just sad, but it wasn't just sad. It was just a lot of like basically.
It really spoke to me.
It really just like resonated with us, like deep in our little brains.
I literally get emotional just thinking about it.
Yeah. Anyway, and then obviously it's been really well received. It's a great film. Everyone loves it, kind of. But what we found weird is whenever we spoke to anybody about it, people would all be like, "Oh, it's so good! It's amazing."
Such a cool film with multiverses.
Everybody loved it for like, and it was very like
because it's an action film.
We had a very emotional experience with the film, and everyone loved it like analytically. Like they were like, "Oh, it's so." Blah, blah. Like I don't know.
It's a cool film. Loved it when the hot dog fingers fight, whatever it was, happened.
Yeah, and it's like basically all these things
That's
are true.
true.
It was a cool film, cool hot dog fight.
That's not what made it such a good film.
Yeah,
though.
and it just felt like I was confused. I don't really. It's always weird when that happens, when you just.
I feel like they missed the point. That's what I'm putting out there.
Yeah, what's going on? If you watch Everything Everywhere,
if
had no emotional reaction to it.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Exactly, because the fact that we felt that, you know, it wasn't just out of nowhere. Like, I think...
Yeah.
The way it was written was very much like... Oh, I just can't. It was such, like... Yeah. It's such a good film. Just the way it made me think about... my life, I guess, and what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And like
what's important.
Yeah, exactly. And like all of the regrets that like Michelle Yeoh had like her character.
Mm-mm.
And just so you know, like towards the end when she was going through all those different universes, and then she was having a conversation. Spoiler alert, sorry. She was having a conversation. It was when she was like in the universe where she's the movie star.
Oh yeah.
And she's having. Oh, did you know actually they used clips from like her actual like
really?
red carpet
Cool.
premieres.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, so she was having a conversation with her husband. Well, it was her husband in the original universe, but in this universe where she's a movie star, this is where she doesn't go to America with him. It's where she stays and just like, you know, becomes this like independent, rich, famous movie star. And then she meets him, and then they just start talking, and then her husband, but obviously not husband in that universe, is just saying like he basically would have been happy like in the running the, because they run a laundromat. Yeah. And like even though, you know, like they should be so happy in this universe, they're rich, they're famous, they could, you know, they've got everything they could ever need, but like he was just telling her like he would have been happier just like in the laundromat with her.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just thought it was very nice. Sweet.
Yeah. Basically, I think if you didn't like the film, then you don't love anyone. That's where I'm at.
Who didn't like the film? Honestly.
No, but just I don't know, because I feel it just made me think about people I love. That's all. That's why it was so upsetting, I think. And that's just an upsetting theme, isn't it? That's the secret to a good movie. That. But yeah. Anyway, this is we're just coping with not being a famous podcast. That's all it is.
Yeah.
We're like, yeah, I'm so happy sitting here every Friday. I don't even need success.
I don't need fame or success or
I don't need money.
Money
sucks, man.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I saw that and I was like, maybe we should just start a laundromat business. That would be fine.
Yeah.
No, but it does make you realise that, you know, all of the things that you're chasing don't really matter. You know, like at the end of it.
Yeah. All that you're worried about and stuff.
Yeah, it's like the relationships you build with people. It's like that's all you're really gonna care about.
Yeah.
Like when we're dead and gone, that's what your biggest regret is gonna be, right? It's not gonna be like, oh, if only I had really put in enough effort and, you know, made this podcast super popular, and, you know, if I'd have spent more time in it, you know, we could have really made it big and like become really rich, and like, you know, we could have quit our jobs and all of this stuff. Like the things that we're gonna regret, well, hopefully not regret, but what you would regret is being like, oh, like, shit, like, I wish I just spent more time, like, with my family.
Yeah.
Yeah, or just, like, appreciated the people in my life that I love and just kind of told them how much I love them.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
And then people were just like, oh, this is the coolest multiverse.
Oh yeah, when they were rocks. Actually, when they were rocks.
Everyone likes the rocks.
That was a great scene.
The rocks is good.
That was great.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in this film.
It's just every aspect. It's everything everywhere all at once. Every part of it was just like so amazing. Honestly. Yeah, the cast was great as well. I really hope that they win all the Oscars.
Yeah. We'll see. But I want we will do the Oscars. But
It's coming.
before that, I can wrap this segment. I can interlink this segment with the previous,
Yeah.
the racial tirade segment.
Yeah.
I've solved racism.
Yeah.
I've just come up with the best analogy
Yeah.
for explaining why representation in film matters
Yeah.
to like white people.
To white people. Okay.
No, like for me, so like me, I'm Asian,
Mm-hmm.
kind of. Me seeing an Asian person, like, but basically some people are like, oh, blah, 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 like.
What do you mean kind of? You are Asian.
No, just basically, if you're kind of racist, you listening, ready to have your mind blown.
Hey, potential racist,
racist
listeners out
I
there.
don't mind, they're welcome here.
You're not.
No, they are. What are you talking about? They're fine. Anyway,
if you're a recovering racist,
no, I
you're
want
welcome.
the deep racist.
Stop being an idiot.
Comment your favourites. Anyway, hang on. This is actually such a good analogy because it's something they'll understand, maybe.
Yeah.
Football. Because recently me and Yaz have gone to football.
Oh,
And
yeah.
and basically I was thinking, part of the reason why I like everywhere, all of everything, blah, 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 is just because it's got Asian people in it. That's part of it. It's 5%, 10%. Same with, what's that Stephen Yeun film we watched about the farmers?
Oh, what it was called? That was another amazing film that really resonated with me because...
I can't remember its name. Anyway, my point is...
I'm going to Google it.
Basically, if you're Asian and you watch a film with Asian people in it, and Turning Red as well.
Oh, Turning Red. You know, that's also been nominated.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah, I hope
it just instantly...
Minari.
Yeah, Minari's a good one if you haven't watched it.
Watch Minari, it's great.
And Turning Red. Turning Red,
oh,
insane.
God. But that's the thing.
People won't get. That'll be another everything. They'll be like, oh, pretty cool song. They won't get it.
Cool
but you should listen.
anyway,
Anyway, hang on.
Okay.
Basically, if you're Asian and you watch a film with Asians in it, you just instantly get more connected and more emotional. And I know it's not earned. It's not it's not anything at all. The film doesn't even have to be about like Asian culture or anything. But what it is like, 100%, they can understand this, is like rooting for your football team, because you have not earned it. If you're Argentinian, and you win the World Cup, you personally did not earn that.
You did nothing.
It doesn't matter
to win that game.
It doesn't matter at all that the Argentinian doesn't matter. Blah blah blah. And it doesn't matter like if it's a country World Cup thing or just like your local club. But it's the same feeling. I think it's the exact same feeling. Whenever I'm watching a film. And then a bunch of Asian people come
pride,
on screen. It's pride, I guess. And I feel like maybe it's more of an emotional thing because it's not very common.
I think it's more than that, though. I think it's just like
that's the beginning. That's like the...
Yeah, but also it's just like the empathy you feel and kind of just like feeling understood as well.
Yeah.
It's
this is exactly what it's like when people watch football. Probably.
Really? I'm not...
like, I totally understand. You just
I understand Mbappe, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
That final was brutal though.
Yeah.
That was crazy. Do you remember when you went to pick up the takeaway and I opened the door and I was
crazy.
like, quick, Mbappe's got a penalty in like the last minute or whatever it was. That was mad. That was a great final. Anyway, another point I wanted to make about Minari and Turning Red, and just like another thing they had in common with Everything Everywhere, was just for me. So obviously I'm not East Asian.
It's not obvious, just to confirm. Lots of people think.
Well, I've spent the whole podcast saying that I'm Middle Eastern, so I think it's pretty obvious at this point. To me, it's kind of tricky because, you know, I've just said about how annoyed I am that there is no like Middle Eastern representation in like Western films and TV, etc. But this is still so important for me, like seeing East Asian films, and black films too, but black films less because I guess they've been around for a lot longer.
Right. It feels like It feels like
films with black male and female leads,
Yes.
etc.
Yeah.
But
it feels like Asians are getting their break.
Asians, it seems very like recently.
Crazy Rich Asians.
Crazy Rich
Then
Asians.
Parasite.
Yeah.
And the films have been about, but like.
But now they're getting like
Recognition.
recognized. Yeah. And I think for me, like seeing that, watching all of these films, it's like I feel like I can really relate to their cultures as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of similarity actually, for sure.
Yeah. Like Minari, because that's about like these immigrant parents moving to America, bringing I think their kids were born in America actually. I can't remember.
Really?
Actually, maybe not, but they were very young.
Yeah.
But anyway, so like it's just about their kids, them trying to like
Just make a life.
create a life, yeah. And it just really reminded me of like my parents. I guess it's just the immigrant culture,
stuff.
yeah. Whereas, if you look at Turning Red as well, even though, it's again the immigrant like upbringing, I guess.
Yeah.
Like growing up in a Western society when you're being raised with like Eastern values and kind of like struggling with that, I guess. Because obviously like the only, I guess, Middle Easterns I'm really close with, or I even know, to be honest, are just like my own family. I don't have like Middle Eastern friends. Like I don't
really have any Asian friends as well.
Yeah, I think because we are a minority, there's not like at my job, I am the only Middle Eastern that I know of. I don't work with. There might be someone in the company, but I don't know anybody. Nobody that I personally work with at my company is Middle Eastern.
There's Asians.
There's a lot of Asians, to be fair. Yep. But anyway, so this is why it's like I can't relate to white people.
Hear that, white people? You are not related to.
You're not relatable. Anyway, no, my point is that it's just I relate to the immigrant upbringing culture.
It's your life.
The first generation, or whatever it is. So that's why I just like, I also feel very emotionally invested when I see films like this. Because it's the same with Everything Everywhere All at Once. Like, it's about Michelle Yeoh's her as a mother and her relationship with her daughter, who doesn't feel understood or acknowledged. And like kind of rebuilding that relationship. And there's a lot of other parts to it as well, but
I think that's quite common, like with parents and their kids. But I think even it's like just a bit more exaggerated sometimes if there's cultural differences. Whether or not it's like
it's definitely tougher, I think.
But some there can be cultural differences even just within like generations, like within like English families. Or whatever.
I'm not saying like English people don't experience this either.
No, but it's just that's what you've experienced. That's what you're saying.
And there's just a very specific type of relationship. It's cultural differences. It's an Asian thing. Yeah.
No, I get what you mean though.
I guess Middle Eastern is Asian.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So you did it. Everything everywhere is your. That's it. Your culture's being celebrated.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
So we can do the Oscars. I literally just want to say the football things. I think that's a very good way to understand
Yeah.
how it feels when you just see a bunch of Asians. But I think it is.
I think it's maybe the closest I will.
But you're
accept.
not a true football fan. Neither am I, to be honest. But I do think, say you're like a proper die-hard football guy, you know, because they're just like, it's like they're so invested in everything that's going on. They're like crying when they lose, and just like, so it's like it's a family member. You know what I mean? Like the football team.
Yeah, after turning red, I really just wanted to beat the shit out of you. So relatable.
Yeah. Anyway, it's scientists will delve into that one day.
Okay.
This is the start of the theory.
All right. I think
It's got legs.
this is my theory about your theory.
Yeah.
I think this is just the only comparable thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all. I'm not saying it's one. Of course, it's not 1-to-1.
Okay.
But it's getting there. If you're just like, why do they even care? Then think about how you feel.
Wait, why do they even care that
Yeah.
that we don't have films, that we don't have representation?
Yeah. Some people don't get it. Don't just be baffled. Some people don't understand. They're like, why does it matter? They're like,
white people, take away every white film ever. How would you feel? Yeah. That's it. That's exactly it.
No, but it's because they're like, films have been films for ages. I'm done with it. Let's talk about fucking Oscars,
I'm sorry. I just...
Anyway.
Yeah.
What are the Oscars?
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, the Oscars.
God, the Oscars are crazy.
All I want to do, I'm so tired. I'm going to bed. What's the time? How long are we doing this? Like 2 hours?
It's 9:30. We'll be doing an hour and 40 minutes. But the beginning we were just like...
Okay, that's fine.
Trying.
I'll put in effort into the Oscars.
Thanks. No, I wanted to talk through it. Just
No. Basically, because I'm deciding if I want to just do my lock for who will win, or if I want to talk about films.
Okay.
I think I just want to do my lock, but I'll see if anything comes up.
Do your lock. Yeah, do your lock.
Yeah.
Okay, Best Picture: Top Gun: Maverick, Women Talking with Frances McDormand.
Cool.
Everything Everywhere All at Once, The Banshees of Inisherin, another great film. Triangle of Sadness.
I wanted to watch. So that's the thing with the Oscars. You never watch like 90% of them.
Yeah, there's so many that we should have watched. The Fabelmans. I've heard that's really good.
I think that could get it.
Because it's about Steven Spielberg, isn't it?
Yeah, I want to watch it.
And like his mum and stuff. I think
it's him. It's like his relationship to making films.
Really.
And how it affected him and stuff. I think.
I heard actually. So, do you know Michelle Williams?
Yeah.
She plays Spielberg's mum.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Cool.
I think. Anyway, and like she's like wearing his mum's clothes and stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I'm sure it's this film.
Should I say something that's not crazy? Blow your mind. This is a cultural crossover with Vinny's things.
What?
You know the shirt off musician.
Oh yeah.
After his wife died.
Yeah.
His next girlfriend was Michelle Williams.
Huh?
Yeah.
He dated Michelle Williams.
Isn't that crazy? He's got an album about it. About that. It's
that's
crazy.
Cool.
Anyway, it's just random. It's a bit of a... Yeah, because he's not... Anyway, that's all. I think so. I hope I'm right, because I'm just going to sound so dumb if I'm not. I'm pretty sure I'm right.
She's been married for like 20 years.
Anyway.
I'm going to see if you're...
Yeah.
If you're right.
I mean, but the thing is, there'll be no news about it because he's not famous. Do you know what I mean? It's not like this isn't a high profile relationship.
Oh my god, did you know she was with Heath Ledger?
Yes.
Till he died.
She's just dating all the cool people.
The coolest people.
Right, anyway, sorry. So
what's the guy's name?
Phil Elverum.
She married him.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
They divorced after a year though.
I know, crazy though.
And then she married someone else a year later. I always find that interesting. How can you just marry someone like a year
We're going to go
after?
through the Oscars. We're not doing any more tangents.
But it's interesting.
Who's going to win Best Picture?
Okay, The Fabelmans, All Quiet on the Western Front. That's on Netflix, so we should probably watch that, actually. Avatar. You watched that? I
Yeah.
didn't. Elvis and Tar.
Okay, who won last year? I don't know what is a best picture? Like, is it?
You know what? I don't trust the Oscars. It's just
I
like,
know,
what's the most
but I like trying to
popular
get in their head.
one?
Okay, my favorite film from that is definitely Everything Everywhere.
Oh, I think it was
Yeah.
Coda. Coda won last year.
God. What's it gonna be then? Because it's just some rando film sometimes. Man.
Yeah, never know. Yeah,
Okay,
but then
my lock of the week?
Parasite won.
Yeah, Parasite was like huge.
That was just like
Everyone was just going on about Parasite.
yeah, but everyone's going on about
And
everything everywhere.
We needed the Asian win.
all
No,
at once.
yeah, I know.
But do you reckon they're like, we've already given
It's not.
all of the white judges are like,
No,
yeah,
I don't-
we've already given the Asians one win. This
Yeah. You know, I think if you get cancelled for anything, it's going to be by white people. I hope you've realised that.
I don't care.
That's who you're actually racist against.
You know what? I think there is a part of me. I'll just put it out there. I feel like there's a part of me that is slightly racist towards white people.
Yeah,
and I don't think that it's... And a part my brain is like, this isn't racist because it's true.
I'm just racist to everyone, which is why it's fair.
Then
and
it's just not racism.
Exactly.
You're just a dick.
Anyway,
No,
I think
I'm friends with white people.
Yaz is trying not to lose the white listeners. Luckily, you're my friends, guys.
All of your friends are white people anyway.
Do not represent the feelings of the podcasts.
Yeah.
That's all.
No, I'm
Right,
kidding.
who the fuck's winning Best Picture? I think it's The Fabelmans. That's my lock.
You think?
Because
yeah.
it's a movie about movies. Everyone at the Oscars, oh my god, it's a movie. I don't know. And that's it. That's my thesis.
Fine.
You'll learn if we ever do Vinny's Lock of the Week. You'll learn I'm a thesis better.
Okay.
You just need a thesis. That's it.
Did you know that both?
Oh my god, is this a tangent?
No, it's about the freaking Oscars.
Okay.
Christ. Did you know that both of the Daniels
Bit of a tangent.
of Everything Everywhere All at Once, they're both nominated for Best Director.
Really? That makes
But
sense.
separately. Separately.
Not separately.
Shouldn't they win together?
That's bad.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so.
How can you
I
choose?
want one of them to
don't.
win. That was so funny.
I don't understand.
Really, separately?
Yeah. How can I don't understand how you can
What?
choose between the two if they're
That
directed
doesn't make.
together.
I'm confused. Hang on. I need to Google. We need to get basically because what happens when the Coen brothers get nominated?
Separately, I guess. Are they listed as the Coen brothers though?
Yeah, but they are listed as Daniel. It's directed by Daniels. That's their duo name, I think. So that anyway.
Maybe I'm wrong. Let me have a look.
Do you think Everything Everywhere can get Best Picture? Because it has the Parasite Asian effect. It's definitely like is it the most talked about film this year? Probably.
Everybody has been talking about it.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I'm gonna go with The Fabelmans though. Because I feel like Oscar, there's just a certain vibe to a Best Picture winner. It's never the best film.
I think the Daniels are grouped together actually. Yeah, I think they're grouped together.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
so it was a useless tangent. Is that what you're telling me?
No, but what I was looking at, the list that I was looking at, listed them separately. So that's what I thought. It wasn't
that would be hilarious though.
It wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Good.
Anyway, I picked The Fabelmans.
Okay.
Good luck.
All right, we'll see.
Pick.
We're on the 13th of March.
Oh my god.
What?
Pick.
I did. Everything Everywhere.
Oh, you picked it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
God.
God.
What about Best Director?
Who's on it?
Martin
Best
McDonough. McDonough? Is that how you say his name?
Yeah.
Todd Field, director of Tar. So, Steven Spielberg. Fabelmans. Yeah, so it's the Daniel Steven Spielberg, the director of Triangle of Sadness, Tar, and The Banshees of Inisherin.
Okay. Who do you think will win? Because I do not know.
I have no idea. I'm just gonna say the Daniels.
Best director.
This director's quite well.
I think maybe, but the Oscar Best Director pick is always weird because basically
Really?
they did
What is it
direct really
based
well.
on?
Well, yeah, that's every category of the Oscars. I don't know, but they did. It was well directed, especially because the budget was really small for that film and didn't feel like it. So like
Yeah.
that, you know, that's always. I think that's always really impressive. Best director though.
Banshees of Inisherin was directed quite
I
well.
can see that. Yeah, that's kind of my default pick.
I'm gonna go for the Banshees of Inisherin.
Really?
That'll be cool. That'll be cool. I don't think they'll win, to be honest, but I think that would be cool.
He did win for I think he won for 3 Billboards Best Director.
Oh really?
He won something.
Okay.
It might have just been best. I don't know.
I think it was directed very well. Like, it's a very simple film, but it's like such a clean film. I can't describe it. It was just done very well.
Yeah. Well, just like getting the feel and the setting, so like authentic-y feeling.
Yeah, it was definitely felt like it was almost in its own universe. You know, like in its own world.
Yeah.
But, you know, and I haven't watched Tar or Triangle of Sadness, so I don't know.
You know what? I'll join you.
Yeah?
Mike McDonough.
I
Best
hope
director.
so. I'm just picking who I'm rooting for, I think.
Okay. Yeah, me too. But, well, you can never pick a film that you haven't watched. Or can you?
You can, based on hype.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
Best Actor, Brendan Fraser, The Whale, Austin Butler, Elvis. Oh, did you hear when I was watching the Roundtable video? Did you hear his accent?
Yeah, but to be honest, I don't really know what an Elvis accent is, so it didn't sound that crazy to me.
You never heard an Elvis song?
Yeah.
Just like that.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. I think
when I first heard it,
I think you've been TikTok or Twitterified. I think it's a little bit bad, and then people talking about it has made it sound worse.
No, he really sounds like Elvis. I don't think he sounded like that before. Anyway, whatever. Colin Farrell.
That's how dedicated of an actor is. He's like, this role is within me now.
Yep.
Anyway.
Colin Farrell, Bill Nye. I don't know how to say his name. In Living. Have you heard of Living? No. Paul Mescal in After Sun.
Oh God. I don't know. Paul Mescal's got a lot of hype.
He's got a lot of hype.
But he's young.
Huh?
The youngins never win Best Actor.
Yeah, because they've got. Some people do, but they've got time to win an Oscar.
Yeah.
I really want Brendan Fraser.
I haven't even seen The Whale.
Win. Yeah, but I love him, and he's just come back. He was just like missing for like 20 years.
Yeah, it's a cool story.
And I think when I was watching the round table, he just, every time he spoke, he just sounded like he was gonna like burst into tears. Like he just like really, like, he's just so invested, you know. And I think it just means so much to him. And he just seems so passionate. I think he deserves the win.
Colin Farrell did quite well.
Yeah, he was really good. I don't know if it's Oscar worthy though, in my opinion.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
It was the film was great, but his acting wasn't memorable enough for me. I wasn't like blown away.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I'm not shitting on Colin Farrell, by the way.
I think that is a sign of good acting, but I also think
where they're just normal. They're just a regular guy.
Yeah,
that's a good
point.
I think
what you've said is indicates the average sentiment, which is I wasn't blown away. So like that's what will win Best Actor. It needs to be like a bit like extra.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna follow my thesis. The Elvis guy. Because exactly, you just eye rolled. That's an exact Oscar pick. It's an eye roll.
I guess
You're just like, oh, really? They gave it to the Elvis guy?
Of course they gave it to the Elvis guy. Yeah, that's what my reaction would be.
That's my pick.
Hope not. Anyway, I'm going to go for Brendan Fraser.
Cool.
Best Actress. Andrea Riseborough. Into Leslie. I've never heard of either of those words.
Yep.
Michelle Williams, The Fabelmans. Apparently Michelle Williams has like always been nominated.
Yeah, she really does get nominated all the time.
I guess she's good.
She's a good
I guess she's
actress,
pretty good.
Yeah.
Kate Blanchett in Tar.
Oh,
Anna de Armas in
Yeah.
Blonde. I think that was that about Marilyn Monroe film. It's on Netflix.
Cool.
I didn't hear that much about it, to be honest. So, and Michelle Yeoh. It's got to be Michelle. Come on, it's got to be Michelle.
It's gotta be Michelle.
She was amazing in that film. You can't just like.
No. I would give it to Michelle.
Yeah.
But
I'm saying the Oscars can't just like.
yeah.
They have to pick her.
She was really good. It's between her and Kate Blanchett.
Yeah, we need to see Tar, I guess.
Just gives me Oscar vibes. So hang on, let me think about, because basically I feel this is my prediction for Everything Everywhere. It's not going to win Best Picture. I don't think it's going to win Best Director, but I think it will It'll be like, what film did I think Dune or something did this the year it came out, where it missed all the big awards, but then just swept all the like little awards.
It got loads of awards, yeah, because
Yeah.
of the small ones. Yeah, I don't know.
That's how I'm thinking. So I'm thinking, does it get this?
I'm gonna vote Michelle.
Yeah. Oh. Nah. I'm going Kate Blanchett. She's not just.
Really?
It's an Oscar magnet kind of performance vibe. She's just like, oh, I'm disappeared into my role. As a
I hate that.
conductor.
It's so pretentious.
She's alright. Anyway, that's my pick. But you know what? I think Michelle Yeoh could win that one, to be honest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm rooting for her, honestly. Okay, Best Supporting Actress.
Slam. I'm slamming.
He's slam dunking it.
Yeah.
Jamie Lee Curtis, Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Cringe.
She was pretty good. Stephanie, I don't know how to say her surname. Sue? HSU.
Cringe.
Hong Chao? Chu? I'm not sure. In The Whale, I don't know who.
Also cringe.
I mean, we haven't watched
It is
The
a
Whale.
cringe performance.
Kerry
Condon?
Condon. Why can't I say anyone's surnames?
Cringe. It's got a cringe name. Move on.
Condon. N. The Banshees of Inisherin. I think it's the woman who
Yeah.
played Thingy's
Also
sister.
cringe. Yeah. Sorry about that.
She was quite
listening,
good. I think
cringe.
she was underrated.
Yeah, she was, but cringe.
Angela Bassett
Also cringe.
in Black Panther. Oh, she was freaking amazing. I love her.
In 911 Chicago.
She's so good in 911. She's just great. She's just like, she's iconic.
Yeah.
Also,
the end?
spoiler
Don't tell us
alert.
to end the list.
Yeah.
Oh, are we on actresses?
Best Supporting Actress.
Oh, I've got a supporting actor lock. Fuck.
Oh.
I don't know this one. Because I was just saying cringe. I wasn't even listening. I was just waiting for you to get to my pick. I'm gonna go with. You know, Angela Bassett.
Okay.
Because you're not gonna pick her, and then it'll be funny if I pick her.
Okay, I
actually
want
don't know.
I want Angela Bassett to win, but I
She's
think
not gonna win for a Black Panther performance. Don't give me that face. You think
it doesn't
someone
matter
from
about
Black
the film.
Panther-
It's about the acting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know about that one.
I want her, but yeah, I kind of agree. I want her to win because I love her, but I think
You're going with
Kerry
Banshees.
Condon, huh?
You're going with okay.
Banshees of Inisherin.
Okay, here's my pick.
I think she
Here's my pick.
played it very well.
I'm going with the fourth one, whoever that is. Locked.
Stephanie
Yeah.
Sue.
Bam.
Yeah,
I have no
maybe
opinion
that
on
would be
this.
cool.
I haven't watched any women. That's what I've learned. No women watched.
Okay, I'm not gonna go through all of them, to be honest.
Okay.
Best supporting actor. What was your guess?
I don't even know his fucking name. The guy from Everything Everywhere. How do I say his name? Like
Yeah.
Key. Is that wrong?
Key.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna butcher his
Is it
name.
Key.
Key. Hoi.
Yeah.
Hoi
sure.
Kwan.
Sure.
I don't know. Anyway.
Um.
First name Key. He was brilliant.
Because
he has to win.
I don't know what. So I didn't pick Brendan Fraser, did I? For some reason. What a dumb pick, whatever that was. Who did I pick over Brendan Fraser?
Who did you pick?
I don't know. Anyway, that was dumb, but I'm still sticking with whatever I said. Anyway, my point is, Key has the Brendan Fraser story. You know, they're like, I quit acting. He's got a good story.
Yeah. Oh, you voted for Elvis. You're an idiot.
We'll see when I win. It's definitely gonna be Brendan. What am I talking about? Anyway, he's got the Brendan Fraser story.
Yeah.
But also was in like a really talked about scene film.
Mm-hmm.
And did so good.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
It's a slam. In fact, I'm gonna bet on it. This is Vinny's first lock of the week. I'm betting on him to win supporting actor. YOLO. I'm betting $9,000.
You know what? Him and Michelle.
Yeah, they did really well.
They did
I didn't
so
bet on Michelle
well.
either, did I?
No, you didn't.
That's fine.
I don't know if this film would have done as well without. I don't think this film would have done as well.
It's a hard film to like carry as an actor. I think.
I think it would have been like a cool
true.
film, but I think because of those two, it was I think that's what made it Oscar worthy.
Really hard to like not make this film just like a goofy. I mean, it was really goofy, but like goofy, but they made it like goofy, but also like grounded. It was good. Yeah.
No, I agree. It was funny because Michelle Yeoh was saying how when she was doing like the kung fu scenes and stuff, or like when she was like in the different universe and she like she knew how to like do kung fu and stuff, whatever. And then the Daniels were like, you can't act like you know kung fu.
Oh, I see.
Like because like her character is doing all this stuff, but she's
funny.
also like, what? How do I know how to do this? So she's got to know how to do it, but she's got to act like she doesn't know how she's doing it.
Yeah, that's funny.
So and she was like, that was so tough, like knowing. And she said in the interview, she was like, I think like the past 40 years of my acting like experience and stuff prepared me for this one role. That's funny. Because she was just split into like so many different characters.
Now
it's so tough to do this kind of role. And same with Key as well.
I'm really rooting for her, but I feel like Kate Blanchett just yoinks it.
Oh god, she was just great though.
Yeah. But yeah, Key, I feel like...
And so impressive. He didn't act for like, 25 years?
Yeah. Cool. I'm dropping a K on this.
Me too. How many Ks? Yes, Brendan Gleeson. He's great.
Cringe.
He was crazy in that film. He's a really good actor. He didn't really do much, to be fair. He's just a grumpy old man.
Yeah, classic.
Causeway? I haven't seen that.
Yeah, cringe.
Brian Tyree Henry.
Yep.
Judd Hirsch, I want to say, in The Fabelmans, and Barry Cohen. I don't know. The Irish guy in the young Irish guy in The Banshees of Inisherin.
Mm-hmm.
I quite like him. He's a really nice actor.
Yeah.
But nothing compared to Key, to be honest.
I need to see the odds on betting. Betting anyway.
All right, I'll check after. Yeah. So, and then the last one I wanted to go through was best animated feature.
Yeah.
Turning Red. Oh, I hope Turning Red wins.
Nope.
Guillermo del Toro's
that's
Pinocchio.
Slam, I'm afraid.
Is it Guillermo? Am I pronouncing that right?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think you're fine.
Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah,
You didn't really like that film that much, did you? I quite liked it. Marcel the Shell with Shoes On.
I really want to watch that.
Really? I haven't
Yeah.
heard of it.
It's an A24 film.
Oh, classic. They're so mainstream
I
now.
know.
The Sea Beast. Have you heard of that?
I watched it. So did you.
Did I?
No, you watched me watch parts of it. It was the one. Yeah, you remember.
Oh, well, she's like a pirate.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I just googled it. That was a fun film.
Yeah.
And
That's how you know it'll win an Oscar. Have you heard of it?
Puss in Boots, The Last Wish.
You know what? I've seen a lot of like concept art for Puss in Boots. That's my experience of it. Because apparently every artist I follow worked on Puss in Boots.
Oh.
They just drop in art constantly. So.
Really? That good?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say.
What are you gonna say?
Actually, do you think Marcel with the shell with shoes is
I mean, apparently it's really good.
is a winner?
Well, basically, the thing. What can you check last year's winner? Because my theory.
Oh yeah.
My theory is that you just bet on the Pixar film. Surely.
Okay.
Like, but it's a weird one because Turning Red's a Pixar film, but I don't think anybody watched it.
Really?
I don't know.
That doesn't matter though, does it?
I mean, it does a little bit because the people voting have to have seen it.
Who's voting? They'll have seen them all. Surely. What are you talking about?
Why would they have seen them all?
I don't understand how the Oscar voting system works. Isn't that how it works?
No.
Don't they see them all and then they pick?
No, you get. Okay, well, I don't know, to be honest. So I also don't know. But what I think is, if you are vaguely related to Oscars, like, or movies in any way,
Yeah.
you get an invite. If you're in the industry, you get a vote.
Isn't Brad Pitt, like, on the thing?
What? What are you talking about?
I swear I
Is Brad
heard
Pitt on the thing?
he's, like, on one of the Oscar judges or something. Have I made that up?
Yes, he would be. Because if you're vaguely related to films, or any of the films in the Oscars or anything, you get an invite, I think.
An invite to vote?
To vote. So every famous actor, every director, every writer, every...
But you don't have to have seen all of it.
It's so dumb.
That's stupid.
Yes.
That is like us voting and being like, we want everything everywhere to win and all of this
that's why
stuff.
I'm not voting.
But we haven't seen any of the others.
Exactly.
What is this the system it's based on?
I'm pretty sure.
I
It's
hope
quite
not.
a wide net. Like, it's not just the famous. I think it's like if you're a friend of like the runner on a show. Like, if you've got any kind of like if you're in any guild, like an acting guild,
Right.
or something like that.
That should be our goal, to get on the Oscar voting.
That'd be cool.
panel. Yeah.
That would make this segment more weighty.
Yeah. Higher stakes.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Did
think.
Encanto win last year?
Huh?
I want to know what won last year.
You think Encanto?
I think it won last year.
That's pretty good. I haven't watched it.
No, but that's what I mean. You
I
just
heard it's
pick
pretty
the Pixar film.
I think Turning Red or Guillermo
Yeah, but
del
that's the thing
Toro's
because Pinocchio, I feel like it was as big as a Pixar film.
There was like 4 Pinocchio films that got made,
Yeah,
but
that's
I
true.
think that was the best one.
I don't
of
think
them
Turning Red wins. Should win.
It should win, really.
Probably that or the snail film.
It was the
That's
best. It was,
awesome.
you know what? It was way better than Pinocchio. If Pinocchio wins,
Yeah.
stupid. Let me see
Let me have a look.
who won last year. Oh, you're all right, Encanto.
There you go. So you know what, this year I like it because it's hard because it's like
Year before that, Soul,
Pixar.
another Pixar film.
So yeah, that's my thing. It's like this Pixar film that wasn't
Year before that, guess.
whatever the Pixar film was.
Toy Story 4.
Oh yeah, there you go. Why is Toy Story 4 winning and not?
I don't know. That
Anyway.
is ridiculous. Anyway, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why this year's interesting because Pinocchio, for a non-Pixar film, was very big. 'Cause normally people who like don't watch animated films, they will they'll be like, oh, I watched Soul, or like I watched Encanto, but they don't watch any other films that are animated.
Yeah.
So that's why I think they get a lot of votes. But I don't think anybody watched Turning Red. I don't know. Anybody talked about Turning Red? Just vibes.
No.
Anyway, I feel like it's
on Disney
Pinocchio. I think it's Pinocchio, and I feel like this is like the end of Pixar. Sorry, Pixar.
The end of Pixar.
Yeah,
That is.
they're never getting in again.
Statement. Okay.
Yep, it's the end of Pixar again because they've already ended. Rest in peace.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. What are you googling?
We'll see. Huh? I'm trying to see what people's predictions are.
Oh.
For like the winners.
People's.
Yeah, the people voting, because apparently everybody can vote.
I actually think I might bet on Key, because I was kind of doing a bit, but when you talk through the list,
yeah,
it's a slam.
It's obvious that he should win.
I've never bet on the Oscars actually. Haven't spread that far. But so this could be bad. Oscars is just so dumb to bet on because it's just like, it's so dumb.
People are predicting everything everywhere.
Really, for Best Picture?
Yeah.
What did I say? Oh, the
Fabelmans?
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
okay.
Fabelmans is up there. It's either or.
Yeah. Fair.
It's one of those. I don't think it's going to be anyone else, to be honest.
Oh no, but if you followed Oscars at all, this is a sign that it's neither of these two.
Really? Oh God, that's disappointing.
It's the Elvis film. Elvis film's going to sweep.
I really hope it doesn't. Oh, but and you know, Elvis's daughter died as well recently. Lisa Marie
she
Presley.
died so they could get an Oscar.
Do you know actually when I was
nice.
watching the roundtable talks, with the actors one, Austin Butler was on it, and then he was like, yeah, in his Elvis accent. He said he was like, said he met her a couple of days ago. This was filmed before she died, basically.
Mm-mm.
And then apparently she like hugged him and said thank you. And they went upstairs and sat on Elvis's bed and spoke for 2 hours.
This is the kind of story you make up as soon as someone dies and you really want an Oscar.
This was before she died, he said this.
Yeah, I know. Oh, he said it before she died.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a week after she died.
No,
It's
but
like,
isn't that mad?
Her last words were that I should win.
Without, if only you could win an Oscar. So yeah.
Okay, I don't care. Just nothing compared to fucking Brendan Fraser arc.
Oh God,
You
I
know,
can't believe his
if
arc.
If you're going on arc, story, it's Brendan. But
You
it depends
really
if
need
you're
to
going on
watch.
Oscar randomness, then it's Elvis guy.
You really need to watch the interview. But yeah, when
You need to watch The Whale. Oh
I don't know where.
He really deserves an Oscar. You should really watch the interview I saw.
Shut up! I saw the trailer. All right. Is it even in the cinemas?
Yes, we missed it.
Oh, well.
It was in and left. It's out on DVD equivalent.
Is it? Well,
I think so.
I'm gonna try and watch it.
Okay, I'm not.
I don't care. I'm gonna watch it.
Cool.
Right, I'll find out. Oh, I think I can watch it on Prime.
Wow. So glad the podcast people know that. We got Prime. Flexing. We got the heater on while we watch Prime.
Oh, it's not actually on Prime.
No.
It's a TV show called The Whale.
Oh.
Stupid.
I think that should win an Oscar. Have you watched the interview from the actress in it who plays the whale?
Stop being annoying. Alright, it was a really good interview. Anyway. Key was talking and he said, so him and Brendan Fraser, like, they worked on a movie in, like, 1991 or something, in the 90s.
Yeah.
I guess when he was a kid or something. Anyway, and they had, like, met outside before they came in. You look confused.
Yes, I am, sorry. Because, wasn't Adam Sandler in this roundup thing you're watching?
Yeah.
Did he not? He just in it? He didn't get nominated for anything.
He didn't get. Oh,
They just put him in it.
He didn't get nominated for shit.
Why did they put him in it?
I have no idea. I was thinking
He's
that.
famous and stuff.
I guess so, but
That's
he
crazy.
barely
Anyway, yeah.
talked. I don't know why they put him in it.
Okay.
They did the same with Jennifer Lawrence. I guess she was in Causeway. Causeway got nominated for like a film, but I was just like, you're just throwing in famous people. There's no need. Everyone else at the table is just way more like interesting and relevant. Anyway,
Wow. Sorry.
Yep. No, I love Adam Sandler. He's great, but he didn't need to be there. Not in that interview. What was I gonna say? Oh, I lost my train of thought. Anyway, they were outside. They were like waiting to go in, and then Brendan was like to Key. Cause they'd like reunited, I guess, because they hadn't seen each other in like years and years, and they were like, "Oh, he was like, we're still here, or something like that," and it was just like, yeah, Aki was just saying like how like emotional it made him, basically, because the both of them, their stories are crazy.
Of course, they both won.
I really want them both to win. They definitely could.
Because I always, but every year I think this. Yeah. Every year I think this is the year the Oscars like fixes its PR. Because like they get so much shit, you know, like don't they like last year or something?
Well, it'll be so easy to as well this year.
Yeah, like they get so much
make
shit
the right
just
decision.
for bad decisions, but also like you know they gave away like 200k goodie bags or something to every attendee.
Oh yeah,
and like during like COVID, it was like a weird vibe, something. And anyway, whatever.
That's just Hollywood.
Yeah, but it's like that they could so easily just like not have the dumbest. We need to look at the Oscar voting system because I don't know who's to blame.
Yeah.
Well, whoever's to blame, they could so easily sort that shit out.
Yeah.
But every year I'm like, okay, you know what? They've got the Brendan thing. They've got the key. There's so many like narratives. There's so many just things where it's like,
yeah,
the general public who surely they want to watch the Oscars because surely they must have ads, right? I don't understand how it works.
No,
anyway, surely there's an incentive for them to get more viewers.
Yeah.
Surely this is the year where they just do like the slam, the one that everybody wants to win.
Yeah.
Because it would be like good PR. But then I think maybe the Oscar conspiracy is that they just do dumb picks on purpose so that people talk about the Oscars. You know what I mean? Because it's like, it's so much more interesting.
But, yes, but if the narrative is already interesting enough, then it won't matter. Look at Parasite. When Parasite won, everyone was talking about, like, you know,
but
everyone spoke
the
about that.
The narrative gets you to tune in because you're like, oh, I hope Brendan wins. But then Brendan
no, but if he
loses,
wins,
and then but then there's more articles about, oh my god, I can't believe he didn't win, and they picked.
I don't think so.
Like Elvis guy.
I don't think that will happen, to be honest. I think if he doesn't win, then it will kind of just be like, that was dumb, but people will move on. I think if he wins, because did you see that? I saw a clip on Instagram, like, you know, when the movie first came out and stuff, and he got like a 10-minute standing ovation or something insane like that. It's like, if he wins, like, the impact that will have is so much
I think this every year in different
winning.
ways though. Like, I know you're saying it's about Brendan, but every year I'm like, oh, if Dune wins, then they'll start putting more money into sci-fi film. I don't know. I just like whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like there's always a good reason that I think something should win, and it just is. It's done.
We'll see. We'll see.
But yeah, congrats if you follow my bets from the future. You made 200k. We'll
update you on the 13th of March. We'll do like a roundup of.
Yeah, and you know what? Okay, if we're still doing this next year, we should watch all the Oscar movies.
Yeah, I'm down.
Because I always kind of want to.
There's just so many.
It's just annoying.
Yeah, and some of them I'm not interested in at all.
And I just don't care about the Oscars.
Yeah.
But then whenever it comes around, I'm like, oh, I wish I could make an informed decision.
I care about it. I always look to see the numbers. Yeah, I'm always interested.
I just don't care enough to watch like 9 movies, or more than 9 movies, 20 movies. It's not worth my time.
I definitely care about it more this year, but I think it's because of,
that's how they get
as you said, the
Elvis
narrative.
Guy's getting a dunk. Elvis Guy's getting like 9 Oscars, I think. He's winning Best Director.
I haven't even heard that it's a good film.
Well, who cares? Didn't Rami Malek win? Having a big chin.
Did he?
I don't know.
Big chin.
What did he win? No, what was that? The Bohemian Rhapsody thing. Didn't he win for that?
Oh, Queen. Did he win?
I don't know. If he did, that's my point.
He was.
So...
Did you not see it?
No, okay.
He was really good in it. He was great.
Yes, probably that. Anyway, probably Elvis Coles.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Probably he is a really good actor.
Sorry, Elvis.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, cool. We should wrap it up here because it's been 2 hours and 15 minutes. That is so much editing for me. I'm gonna try and like cut out quite a fair amount, but that was fun.
Half of it.
Yeah.
I need to go to bed.
Yes.
I got work at 9.
It's 10.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you've gotten this far, thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
If you've got any requests, if you think we spoke about movies or whatever or too much, then you need to email us and let us know and put in your requests. If we don't get any emails from you, we assume that you love this and we're going to keep doing these 2 hour long emails.
It will be
episodes.
A RuneScape app next week.
We'll do it next week, the RuneScape
also,
app.
off the air.
Yeah.
Or not. Oh, anyway. I was memeing about the RuneScape thing. But I actually have a really good idea for how we can make it entertaining for non-RuneScapers.
Okay.
Tune in. But also write in so that we don't have to play RuneScape.
Okay, cool. Anyway, I've been Min. He's been.
We're not doing them. I'm going. Bye.
Bye.